Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Thursday, August 15th. It's Thursday, but if you're having a week like us, it's Monday, round 4, right?
Right, exactly.
Here we go. At least we've only got one more Monday to get through, hopefully.
All right, but I have a nice glow on my skin now because of the added heat.
We complain about the cold. We complain so much about it being too cold in the studio. It's too hot today.
It's too hot today.
Having a little bit of an AC problem, but that's what we get for complaining.
Exactly. I should run outside right about now and get a look at the weather and then let you know what it's like. In fact, we're going to hold on to at least some patchy fog, some dense fog out there possibly as well. We'll go into about an 80% chance of showers this morning, and that continues on all the way into the afternoon. In fact, you're going to see a lighter chance of shower activity for a break going into 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, then it comes back around the 3 o'clock and then into your early evening hours. That being said, we're going to see some more showers later on tonight. Here's a look at the fog and low cloud activity as you can see right now, and the fog will continue to dissipate as we get into the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock hour. We'll still see some areas by Ladysmith holding on to at least 10 o'clock in the morning, as well as Medford. We do have a marginal risk for severe weather, but the brutal part of this storm activity right now is really well down to our south, and it's tracking well south of Madison. That being said, take a look at that rain. You can see it kind of moving through the area, and it's splitting in two lobes. One, as you can see north of us, is heading towards the northeast, and then the other one is heading out to the south, and I should say the south, and of course getting into at least the east. That being said, we'll see more of this shower activity swirling around as we go into Friday. The possibility of this rainfall, as I've mentioned before, will continue to track over us all the way into the noon hour, so please be careful and be safe if you're heading on out. Back to you.
All right, Art, thank you. Hurricane Ernesto is gradually strengthening this morning. According to the 2 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center, Ernesto has winds of 85 miles per hour and is currently moving north-northwest at 16 miles an hour. Ernesto is expected to strengthen to a major hurricane with winds at or above 111 miles an hour tomorrow before weakening on Saturday. Columbia University's president has resigned. Minouche Shafiq's resignation comes a week after 3 deans at the school resigned over text messages involving anti-Semitic tropes. For months, Shafiq has been under scrutiny for her handling of anti-Semitism on campus. That, of course, reached fever pitch in April when New York police arrested about 300 pro-Palestinian protesters after some of them barricaded themselves inside of a university building. Until now, Shafiq has held her ground and refused calls to resign. A Georgia man is charged with murder in the cold case death of a teenage girl in Iowa. 65-year-old James Bokmersky was arrested Monday for the 2017 killing of 14-year-old Jade Colvin. Authorities say she vanished days after moving to Bokmersky's farm in Decorah, Iowa. The criminal complaint alleges they exchanged messages for a month before her disappearance and that he used some of his own money to bring her to his farm. Bokmersky is being held on a $1 million cash bond. It's unclear at this time if any remains have been found in the case. Taking a look now to the road to the White House, both presidential candidates target battleground North Carolina this week. Trump attacked his opponent and outlined economic plans at an Asheville rally yesterday. Harris will present her economic agenda in Raleigh tomorrow. Today, Harris joins Biden in Maryland in a suburb of D.C. for a joint event. Jared Hill breaks it all down.
Hurricane Ernesto is now off the shores of Puerto Rico, but the storm has left behind quite a mess. Drone footage shows water covering nearly everything in the town of Toa Baja after the La Plata River overflowed. At one point, the storm, which hit Puerto Rico as a Category 1 hurricane, knocked out power to more than 700,000 people. That's about half of all power customers on the island. Luma Energy, the Commonwealth's main utility, says Puerto Rico is better equipped to handle the aftermath than it was during Hurricane Maria, which devastated the island 7 years ago. In coastal communities, cleanup is just beginning, with the storm knocking down trees and leaving neighborhoods underwater.
The government today is much better prepared. We are in touch with all agencies. We have the support throughout. We have trained employees. We have the support from FEMA.
The U.S. Forest Service has announced that El Yunque National Forest will remain closed to the public until it's safe to visit. In Manatí, first responders hoisted a 62-year-old woman and her husband to safety. St. John and St. Croix are also experiencing island-wide blackouts.
We've been through these types of storms before. and we always come out as we are resilient people.
As Ernesto makes its way north through the Atlantic Ocean, forecasters say it could bring nearly 8-foot waves to the northeast. The Carolinas, still recovering from Tropical Storm Debbie, could begin to see coastal effects from the storm as early as today.
And Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s campaign is seeking talks with Kamala Harris's team. According to campaign officials, Kennedy's camp wants to discuss a potential role in Harris's administration if he drops out and endorses her. No meeting has been scheduled yet. It comes after reports Kennedy met with Trump during last month's Republican National Convention, discussing a similar arrangement. Incumbent Derek Van Orden will face Eau Claire nonprofit owner Rebecca Cook in November's general election for Wisconsin's 3rd congressional district. Cook won the Democratic nomination during this week's primary, defeating State Representative Katrina Shankland and activist Eric Wilson. An Eau Claire native raised on a dairy farm, Cook says she aims to bring working class representation to D.C. and find bipartisan solutions in Congress.
When I get to Congress, I want to work to craft a farm bill that helps to keep small and mid-sized farms like mine thriving, that doesn't cater to large agricultural conglomerates, which is something that Derek Van Orden is more interested in.
Van Orden says his work on the farm bill and record as a freshman congressman will speak for itself during the campaign.
I got $21 or $26 million worth of projects back here in the district. We brought that back to the district for PFAS mitigation. Those are real accomplishments that you can't take away.
Cook expressed willingness to debate Van Orden. Van Orden responded by tying his debate participation to Cook's primary debate record. Notably, no Democratic primary debates were held this year. Incumbent Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin launched her Rural Leaders for Tammy campaign at Leinenkugel Brewing in Chippewa Falls. The campaign tours rural Wisconsin, highlighting farmers, rural businesses, and agribusinesses. She wants to make sure rural communities have their voices heard on Election Day when she faces Eric Hovde in the general election. 2/3 of women worry abortion bans could affect future pregnancy safety or threaten their livelihood. That's according to a new Kaiser Family Foundation survey. That survey polled 4,000 women of reproductive age from mid-May to mid-June. At this time, 14 states had banned abortion, with 6 others imposing 6 to 15-week limits. Nearly 10% of women know someone who struggled to get an abortion since Roe v. Wade was overturned. Over 2/3 of those seeking abortions had to travel out of state for care. The Sparta Area School District is asking voters to approve an $87 million facilities referendum. This plan would upgrade several schools, affecting 2,800 students. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall reports on the proposed changes and potential impacts on your property taxes.
Improvements could be on the way for Sparta Area School District. Come November, people living in Monroe and Jackson counties will be voting on a facilities referendum. If it passes, multiple district buildings will be impacted, but Sparta High School could see the most changes.
The original structure is structurally challenged right now, and we feel the best way to address that challenge and have the least disruption to the learning environment is to look to build a 2-story addition on the northeast side, have that built.
The new addition will contain new classrooms and a library. The compromised part of the building would get demolished.
Sparta High School's 1962 walls are structurally challenged. We've addressed them the best we can. It is all safe. However, we feel that now is the time to do that.
The district wants to get rid of the old tennis courts and replace it with a parking lot. They also want to demolish its current welding and metal shop and build a new tech ed shop attached to the building. Over at Meadowview Middle School, the plan is to have a more efficient and secure entrance.
Visitors have 2 options. We send them to one. However, once you enter the building, you don't have to immediately report to the office.
And at Southside Early Learning Center, the goal is to move its bus drop-off and pickup closer to the building where it would be safer for students. Funding for the $87 million referendum would come from taxpayers.
This will raise taxes. The debt portion of the school district's portion on the tax bill would increase by about 12 cents. So that means on a $100,000 home, you're looking at a $12 increase on your annual property tax.
After an operational referendum failed in 2022 closing Cataract Elementary School, Russ says communication is key to get this one passed.
A lot of times people might not have understood the referendum, whether it's an operating or the facility. So it's really putting it on the district's back in saying we're going to go to the people, we're going to explain our why in as many ways as possible.
In Sparta, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now this morning.
The referendum also covers updating poor condition equipment and building systems. An informational session is scheduled September 25th at 6 p.m. at Sparta High School. Governor Tony Evers visited Schofield and Maryland to highlight funding for Wisconsin road and bridge improvement projects. The Surface Transportation Program will provide over $200 million for more than 150 local projects. This funding the funding increase stems from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law, boosting available federal funds.
When I ran for office, I talked about fixing the damn roads a lot, and so with our federal partners, especially President Biden and Vice President Harris, and the legislature, obviously, in D.C., we're able to do it.
Governor Evers has already improved 74,000 miles of roads throughout the state since taking office. The two astronauts stuck on the International Space Station will continue to be in a holding pattern for at least another week. Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore traveled to ISS aboard the Boeing Starliner 2 months ago. At the time, they were only going to space for a few days. If NASA decides the Starliner is safe to fly, they could come home relatively soon, but if not, they could be stuck there till February and then become part of the space station's official staff. NASA is currently sending additional food and other supplies to ISS, and just late last night, a cargo spacecraft launched from Kazakhstan with 3 tons of supplies. It's set to reach the space station early Saturday. The time now is 6:10. Still ahead on your morning news, McDonald's just debuted Happy Meals for adults. Shoemaker Hey Dude is ordered to pay nearly $2 million to consumers. And diners are turning to lower cost sit-downs instead of fast food. And international trips take a lot of planning, but there are additional costs that can sneak up on you. Coming up, more on planning ahead for travel and being prepared for things like foreign transaction fees and travel insurance. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. One of the busier airports in the Pacific Northwest has nearly transformed itself into a vacation destination. Look how beautiful that is. Portland International Airport reopened its main terminal Wednesday. It's basically an indoor version of Oregon's outdoors. The renovation features dozens of trees and thousands of plants throughout the terminal. There are also 49 strategically placed skylights placed in a Douglas fir ceiling that was cut from regional forests through sustainable harvesting methods. On occasion, therapy llamas and alpacas will be on hand for travelers at PDX. Looking beautiful. And as you start to wake up this morning, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Looks like the sun is up and shining there. Stay with us. Your consumer news is after the break.
Nothing tastes better on the grill than steak from Holman Locker and Meat Market. Stop in for a sale on this month's featured steak. You'll be glad you did. Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat and much, much more.
Our son Trent overcame kidney disease and beat cancer. But when he injured his leg, he took what he thought was a pain pill.
It was laced with fentanyl, and it killed him. He was 23.
We reached out to Tammy Baldwin, but all we got back was a form letter.
Obviously, she doesn't care about families like ours. Our kids are dying from fentanyl pouring across our border.
And we can't trust Tammy Baldwin to stop it.
Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
Yay! We love our guests.
Love.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
It's the final weekend to save now during the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain. Exciting designs, stunning fabrics, and the best prices of the year right now at Drury's. You'll save on everything Smith Brothers makes. The latest sofa styles, sectionals to fit any room, and the finest in genuine leather, all featuring a lifetime warranty on solid maple frames, sturdy steel springs, and luxurious cushions. Plus, there's even 24-month financing available. Sale ends Monday at 8 at Drury's in Fountain.
What would you think of a man who builds homes to rescue children from abandonment, sex trafficking, and slavery?
An employer who does charitable work alongside us and pays for us to go around the world helping kids in need.
He helps single moms in Wisconsin.
Funds food banks here.
And fights sex trafficking across America.
That man is my husband, Eric, and he'll fight for you, just like he fights for them.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Summer is here. Get everything you need for grilling or smoking with the Summer Freezer Filler Bundle from the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Oh, is that happening? We are looking at rainfall over the area right now. We'll continue with more of this rainfall all the way until at least the noon hour. Eventually, this rainfall will continue to press through our area and move to the east. Some of it will also move to the north as well. That is over Eau Claire and Ladysmith. We have some fog out there currently right now, and we're holding on to conditions that'll be at least patchy to possibly dense over the next few hours, and then it will get out of the way. We'll also hold on to a severe risk of damaging wind out there. Wind gusts are going to be up to 30 miles per hour plus in some cases, working across our forecast region, and then eventually we'll go into this rainfall continuing on right through the morning. Here it is right here, getting out of the way right about the 12 o'clock hour. Then we take a break going into at least 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then by 3 o'clock we may see that rainfall come back with a little smattering. It continues as we go right into, again, into the evening hours. That being said, take a look right here. There's the rainfall that we have right now, and as it continues on, we will see this go all the way down to the south and start working its way out of the area. I'll have more about this coming up for you in just a bit, so stick around.
In your consumer news this morning, McDonald's is helping adults embrace their inner child. The fast food chain just debuted Happy Meals for adults, complete with these collector's edition cups. The cups feature designs from the 90s and early 2000s, things like Hello Kitty, the Peanuts, Beanie Babies, and Hot Wheels. The aptly named collector's meals will be available all day. You can purchase them online, in store, or at the drive-thru. The popular shoemaker Hey Dude has been ordered to pay nearly $2 million to customers. The FTC says Hey Dude failed to notify customers of shipping delays and did not offer cancellation or refunds for delayed orders. The company, acquired by Crocs, is also accused of multiple violations, like issuing gift cards instead of cash refunds for out-of-stock items and violating the FTC Act by suppressing more than 80% of reviews that were lower than 4 stars. Many diners are now turning to lower cost sit-downs instead, like Chili's and Applebee's, instead of the usual fast food chains. Chili's specifically believes it's giving McDonald's a run for its money with its Big Mac style burger. The chain offers a meal deal for $10.99 that features its Big Smasher burger, which is described as having twice the beef of a Big Mac with similar flavors. Chili's parent company says the promotion has helped boost sales. McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's reported weaker earnings for the quarter. Taking an international trip can be costly and it takes a lot of planning, but don't just focus on items like airfare and hotels. There are many additional costs you need to budget for. Those can sneak up on you. Patrick Cornell talks to an expert on the best way to plan for things like foreign transaction fees, international cell phone plans, and travel insurance.
Planning an international trip in the near future? It's not just the big ticket items that you need to plan for.
There are a lot of sneaky expenses that will make your upcoming trip more expensive.
Sarah Rathner, a travel and credit cards expert with NerdWallet, says one of the big ones is foreign transaction fees.
If you pay for items with a credit card, those are typically around 3% of any purchase you charge. So that's going to add up fast. Use a credit card when you travel that charges a 0% foreign transaction fee.
When it comes to cash, order foreign currency from your bank or get it at the ATM at your destination. Never get it at the airport where exchange rates are the worst. And if you're swiping your card, always choose to pay in the local currency so it's your bank handling the exchange rate. Another sneaky cost, international data and roaming charges.
Don't just use your phone without thinking about it. That's how you get slapped with a really expensive surprise bill after you get home.
Rathner says you must check what your current cell phone provider offers in terms of international plans and figure out the best way to make calls and check your map apps before you leave. Another great money-saving tip, make those credit cards work for you. When choosing a card, find one that offers multiple benefits like no foreign transaction fees, rental car coverage, insurance for trip cancellation or interruption, and luggage protection.
Credit cards are more than just a way to pay for things. The features and benefits that they offer make them, in some ways, a partner in your travel.
That's it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:19. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our forecast.
All right, Alex, and away we go. We just had a batch of rainfall. We'll see another batch coming in within the next hour or so. We have mostly cloudy skies, and that will continue on as we finish. We may even get it to overcast conditions over the next, say, hour and a half or so. Current temperatures right now looking at 66 to about 69 degrees, and it feels a little bit, I don't want to call it too muggy, but it has a little bit of warmth to it right now. You're looking at storms coming in for this morning. Then again, once we get into the latter portion of the afternoon into the evening hours and beyond. We'll also see for the weekend, it's going to be pretty nice once we get past a little shower activity on Saturday, and then we'll get into some sunshine Saturday afternoon, and then we'll also see some of that sunshine again for Sunday. Here's a look at the rainfall right now. It's splitting up into two batches, as I mentioned. One is cutting out over to the east, and then also this one is cutting up to the north. So that's starting to leave La Crosse in the lurch there. Most of that rainfall will be a little bit lighter for us. In fact, you're going to see that continue on. You can see the big batch of that rainfall cutting down to the south. This is where most of the severe weather is, or the slight chance of severe weather. We have a marginal risk right now. As we finish out the 8 to 8, we're looking at the possibility of shower activity, finish out at 8 o'clock into the 9 o'clock hour, a break as we go into the late morning hours and into the noon hour, then it comes back. So everything now is starting to push back another hour or two over the next couple of hours. You can see in by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, all the way through into 9 and possibly into the midnight hour. We'll see for Eau Claire, you're picking up some showers again. Then we turn into a break for the afternoon, getting into the 3 o'clock hour, 4 o'clock, possibly showers and storms start to move in, and that will go through the evening commute for you. Being said, where we have all that rainfall coming in, it starts to scoot out after we get past the noon hour. That all tracks to the east. We have some of that up by Eau Claire and Ladysmith. Then we get a small batch coming in around the 3 o'clock hour, as I mentioned, and then we'll see a press of that rainfall coming in for your evening commute possibly, and then some of that will continue on at 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock to 6 and 7 right through your dinner time, and then up it goes all the way into the midnight hour. That being said, you may get a break for some folks that are out here, but folks to the east will definitely be in the rainfall. Up to the north, Eau Claire, you're getting somewhat, as well as Ladysmith swirling around. We'll catch some of that going back in the wee hours of the night, going in around 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning with a spotty shower or two. Then more of that coming back again for 7:25 all the way down to Eau Claire. Not much of that getting down to us until we get into at least the noon hour, and then from that all the way to 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, we're back in the showers for Friday. Then we take a break for the evening commute. It comes back again, and then at the tail end of that, we should be done. That being said, we go into the rain amounts for Friday. We're looking maybe up to about 1/4 of an inch possible. Maybe some may get up to 3/4 of an inch. We have a marginal risk for flooding out there as well. We'll also pick up again the possibility of more of that flooding will continue into the wee hours of the night tonight and into tomorrow. But take a look at your 8-day forecast with 82 today, 79 tomorrow. We take it back up to the low 80s and then continue on to the middle 80s and then drop it down again for Monday going into Tuesday, where it gets much cooler.
Thank you, Art. The time now is 6:22. Still to come, researchers have developed a new jelly battery implant aimed at helping your body heal. Coming up in your morning medical news, we'll look at how the device works and what diseases researchers hope it could help heal.
Coming up in the Blitz, hear from a couple players looking to make a big impact for their respective football teams this fall, plus the Loggers looking to advance to the Northwoods League championship game.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
We know the fentanyl coming from Mexico and China is a threat here in Wisconsin.
It's why Tammy Baldwin is working to stop it.
And Tammy passed the bipartisan Fend Off Fentanyl Act.
that takes on the Mexican cartels and the fentanyl coming from China.
And Tammy Baldwin voted 32 times to strengthen our border.
32 times to increase border patrols.
And technology to keep illegal drugs out. Because Senator Baldwin knows
keeping us safe is her first priority.
Tell Tammy Baldwin to keep securing our borders.
It's Toyota's National Sales Event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, you can lease a new Tacoma for $349 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra.
Come in today. Ooh, like
Toyota, let's go places.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff. 3 for $5.
Pretty good.
Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
Welcome to Washington, D.C. You got a bunch of loudmouth, preening politicians. It's absolute chaos. I'm Derek Van Orden, and after 26 years as a Navy SEAL, there's a few things that I learned. You stay on mission, you know what you're fighting for, and sometimes you gotta get a little dirty to finish the job. Let's go, kids. Not you. Not you. You. Let's go. I'm Derek Van Orden. I approve this message.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley.
Welcome to the Blitz. Well, after hearing that the UWL football team is looking to embrace their expectations 2 days ago at the team's media day, yesterday the Eagles took to the field for practice number 1 of the season. And smiles were seen all over the field as everyone is excited to see what this year brings for the reigning WEAC champions. No pads yesterday, but that did not limit the action as position groups met working on some basics as well as some work in the playbook. One of the key returners for the Eagles is wideout Jack Studer, who set the school record for receiving yards last season. And he says he's more worried about being a leader than putting up some gaudy numbers.
I mainly want to just focus on trying to lead this team, becoming a better leader myself, not really think about the numbers, the stats, and just put my head down, work, and help the rest of the team get better.
Studer will need to form a new connection with his quarterback as Kaiser Helterbrand graduated. Junior Zach Weir will begin the fall as the QB1. And speaking of winning football teams, the West Salem Panthers haven't had a losing season since 2019, and they're looking to keep that streak going with new head coach Ryan Olson now leading the Orange and Black. Olson takes over after being an assistant for 4 years prior. He's excited to take over the reins from a program that's had his fair share of success lately. 2 years ago, the Panthers made it to the state title game, and now some players from that team have their turn to add to the winning tradition, including senior quarterback Luke Baginski, who says this team is focused on simply going 1-0 each week.
Well, we're just trying to improve upon last year. Obviously, we want to start every game going 1-0. That's our motto this year, just go 1-0 every week. Coach Olson has really instilled that this year, and that's just our goal every week.
Yeah, you know, I think tradition and success breeds success. We've had very successful athletics and all around here at West Salem, and that is competition, and no team wants to be the team that isn't successful, and it just pushes them.
West Salem will look to start faster than they did in 2023 when they dropped 2 of their first 3. They open up this year in a rivalry game against Onalaska in just 8 days. Loggers in St. Cloud for the Great Plains title game. Winner advancing to the Northwoods League Championship. And Matt Mira says, let's get this party started early. Solo shot in the first puts the visitors up 1. Then later in the inning, this guy has been one of the best hitters for lacrosse all summer long. Ryan Kucherak kisses that one goodbye. Loggers jump all over St. Cloud early, and they rock the socks off the rocks. And they are Northwoods League title game bound. And that game is tonight at 5:30 our time. We'll have those highlights for you right here on News 8. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Your child's confidence stems from learning and seeing clearly. At Shopko Optical, our professional team will help your child start their journey of confidence by providing quality eye care in a warm and comfortable environment. Schedule their back-to-school exam at shopko.com.
Sanctuary cities protect illegal immigrant criminals from being deported, like an illegal immigrant arrested for battery in Madison. Instead of being deported, he was released and went on to assault several more women, including a 13-year-old girl. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted 9 times to support federal funding for sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegals back onto our streets. And Baldwin voted for amnesty for 11 million illegals, including criminals. Tell Senator Baldwin, stop protecting illegal immigrants and start protecting Wisconsin.
What do we think? Burglary gone wrong? More like a chilling spree.
You see it all too often. When you don't take care and maintain your system, it's all too easy for problems to pop up when you need it the most.
It's hard to stay cool under pressure. Proper service and maintenance is worth its weight in the cold. I'm not a fan of having problems. What can you do?
Call G&T as soon as humanly possible.
Don't lose your cool this summer. Call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Did you know nobody beats King Furniture at bedding?
Nobody.
And did you know that King Furniture has one of the best selections of mattresses in the area?
Incredible!
And did you know King Furniture carries the best price points? Like this Jasmine Eurotop mattress for only $4.99.
Amazing!
So now you know. And you'll sleep like a baby knowing you paid the best price too. And while you're here, shop one of the best selections of Lazy Boy in our Lazy Boy Showcase. Find it all here at King Furniture.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. If you haven't been in this year, consider this your invitation to stop by.
Saturday, August 17th, join Jesse James Dupree of Jackal at Great River Harley-Davidson for a whiskey bottle signing at 10 a.m. Then hop on your bikes because we're hitting the road with Jesse James Dupree for a 120-mile ride around the Cooley region.
Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, I want to invite you to stop into Great River Harley-Davidson.
My son, Nick, took illicit fentanyl, which cost him his life. And knowing that my son is never coming back is the worst thing that I will have to live with for the rest of my life.
Tammy Baldwin's been with us every step of the way. She just got a major bill passed to really crack down on fentanyl. She doesn't just talk the talk, but she actually walks the walk. I cannot tell you how much we appreciate Tammy Baldwin fighting this fight.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Everyone's vision needs are unique. At Shopko Optical, our caring team of professionals will work with you to ensure your vision is at its best. Shopko Optical can help you experience every detail, color, and breathtaking sight in clarity.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, new research shows parents often avoid talking to their kids about important issues like mental health and social media. A survey from Gallup and the Walton Family Foundation finds parents say they worry the most about their children's future plans, their mental health, and their experiences on social media, but they struggle to discuss those topics with their kids. Psychologist Lisa D'Amour stopped by CBS Mornings with advice on how parents can have successful chats with their teens and preteens.
Odds go down. Look for openings, listen to when they're bringing it up. If you're having a conversation, keep it short. Teenagers can't tolerate long conversations about charged topics.
Other expert tips include schedule a talk. Teenagers don't do well when they're caught off guard. And don't be put off when teens roll their eyes. It's what teens do. Just take it as a signal that they heard you. Interesting. British researchers say they've developed a stretchable power source called the Jelly Battery that could be implanted into people's brains to help the body heal. Scientists say the sticky solution could be a game changer for treatment. CBS's Tina Kraus has that story for us from London.
Scientists in England are putting a spin on traditional medicine with a powerful recipe.
And as you can see, it's very soft and stretchable, just like jelly, really.
And that's why researchers at the University of Cambridge call this the Jelly Battery. It looks like a sticky Lego made from hydrogels, which allow it to stretch to over 10 times its original length.
With about 5 of these stuck together, we can then make the hydrogel power source.
Scientists took inspiration from electric eels, which stun their prey with powerful pulses.
By mimicking the electric eel, we were able to make a power source out of these hydrogel materials, which are both soft and stretchy, sort of like our brains.
Researchers say the goal is to implant it for therapeutic treatment.
They can last over several days or weeks, outputting power to power these devices for things like deep brain stimulation, for trying to cure diseases like Parkinson's.
And the stretchable source of power is designed to work in other parts of the body too.
If you were to have them at particularly like robust places like joints, these are areas where you feel real force within your body, and having a material that can withstand that is really important.
While it could be years before the jelly battery is used inside bodies, scientists say they're confident the idea will stick.
In addition to its softness, researchers say the jelly batteries are surprisingly tough. They can withstand being squashed without permanently losing their original shape and can self-heal when damaged. Hens and Holsteins lined the barns of the Houston County Fair as an area 4-H club saddled up to show their animals. The club's mission is to engage youth in learning life skills through the 4-H's: head, heart, hands, and health. Children in the program care for animals like horses and cows and goats all summer. They eventually show them at the fair.
They learn public speaking, they learn interacting with adults, they learn how to give demonstrations, they learn how to care for animals or create projects, as well as working as a team within their club.
The fair runs through Sunday the 18th, and the Houston County 4-H Club will show off their animals every day. It's about the time of year for back-to-school shopping, and as you browse the shelves, why not make a difference in your community at the same time? Happening tomorrow, News 8 Now is partnering with Cooley Food Bank for our annual Stuff the Bus campaign. We'll have some familiar News 8 faces at the La Crosse and Onalaska Walmart locations from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., filling our bus with school supplies. Our partners at the Doll Family Y and the Boys and Girls Club will then distribute the items to over 400 local children.
There's a level of excitement for folks when they see that they're making a donation. It's going to be used, for the betterment of the community. So many times, not only do we see the parents and the grandparents come up with their donation supplies, but when a child donates to another child, it's pretty awesome.
Things like notebooks, pencils, and backpacks are always appreciated. We're also looking for hygiene products like Clorox wipes and Kleenex. If you can't make it to the store, you can drop the supplies off to the Salvation Army or the Y. Monetary donations are also welcome. There is a new group of hobbyists visiting America's lakes and rivers in search of sunken treasure. Michael George introduces us to magnet fishers.
At the side of the highway on a bridge over the Bronx River, James Kane is casting his line in the hopes of finding his fortune. He and his partner Barbie Agostini are magnet fishers.
Take a strong neodymium natural earth magnet, which you can find on Amazon, and you tie it to the end of a rope, and you literally throw it anywhere people can regular fish, and you'll be pulling out anything metallic.
Kane and Agostini started magnet fishing as a pandemic hobby, not knowing it would become a career. Their YouTube channel, Let's Get Magnetic, has more than 10,000 subscribers, waiting to see what sunken treasure they'll reel in next. They say they found more than a dozen guns, a grenade.
This is our second grenade we ever found.
And recently, they scored big.
Oh my God, there's a stack of money. There's a stack of money.
No way.
The pair made national headlines after finding a safe in Queens, New York.
This one had 2 giant stacks of $100 bills in it.
The cash, which they say is being verified by the Treasury Department, is estimated to be $50,000 to $80,000. But magnet fishers say a typical haul doesn't earn much money.
We find actually a lot of construction equipment like rebar, tools, bits of screws and everything. That's probably the most common.
So what keeps them coming back?
For me personally, it's the unknowingness of it. It's like a lottery ticket every time you throw the magnet in the water.
Angling for any big catch.
Look at that! History!
That will stick to a magnet.
Different states have different laws regarding magnet fishing fines. Kane says all the guns they've found were handed over to police as required by New York law. We do magnet fishing in my son's bathtub, but never found $80,000. Art, yeah, what can we expect on our morning commute?
Well, you never know with
fishing going on, or of course what rainfall we have starting to move into the area right now. I'll tell you what, the leading edge of this is now working up into Ladysmith, and it's heading out with the storm activities more to the west of Ladysmith right now. Eau Claire's picking up the brunt of it currently, and as you see, Marshfield as well as Wausau, they're picking up a little bit of light rainfall. We, on the other hand, are almost out of this. We have mostly cloudy skies right now, but if you're going to be seeing when the rainfall is coming back, maybe another hour and a half or so for us here locally in La Crosse. Here's the rainfall as we go right into the 7 a.m. hour, then picking up again more of that rainfall coming in at the 2 o'clock hour. You're seeing at least maybe a quarter of an inch or so, a half an inch in some locations. And then once you go into all the way into Friday in at the midnight hour, you'll just call it that, we're looking at up to about an inch and a half or so in some cases. All right, that being said, current temperatures 60s widespread. And we're also going to be picking up this for you. You're going to look at the planner for La Crosse. You have a couple of showers coming in for the next couple of hours, as I mentioned. Then we take a break between 11 and 1. We have more showers coming back at 3 o'clock, and those extend into your evening commute. How about this for Eau Claire? We'll do the same. Some showers first, a break. Then it comes back a little bit earlier for Eau Claire because of that big batch of rainfall that's there now. And then they go right back into more of that rainfall to finish out the evening hours. Highs today, again, as I mentioned, 70s and the low 80s out there. Get out and enjoy it if you can when it's dry. All right, we have a look at our Buzz Report. Gina Rollins, she has passed away on, she was 94 years old, and of course she was a famous actress, of course, and she was married to John Cassavetes as well as another gentleman. We'll have more about her in just a bit when we return.
Right now, it's the Labor Day sale at Home Furniture. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices, like this counter table and 4 chairs for just $999. Or pay no interest for 3 years during the Labor Day sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
There's a side of Eric Hovde you might not know. In his 20s, he was diagnosed with MS, and in that moment, his life and priorities changed. Eric started Hovde Homes. Hovde Homes rescue abandoned children from sex trafficking and slavery. For children who never experienced real love, Hovde Homes offer the love, care, and support they need to heal. MS changed Eric's life, and thousands of children are alive today because of it.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant. Culver's. Yay! We love our guests.
Love. As much as our guests love us.
This has been my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Lease a new Ford Bronco Sport for $269 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
It's the Labor Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on quality mattress brands Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep during the Labor Day mattress sale, going on now at Home Sleep Express.
Alrighty, as we get into it, this is what we're looking at here. Morning fog for your commute as well as wet conditions working through the area. We also have an 80% chance of showers and storm activity right now, and that will continue into the afternoon possibly. So we'll take it to an 80 to a 50% chance as a break, and then we'll go back to about a 50% chance to finish out the evening and tonight. How about that though? We get into the fog and low cloud activities I showed you before. We're looking at least patchy fog out there right now. No one is showing dense fog, but you may see some pockets of dense fog that are not being reported right there. What's been happening? Breezy and gusty winds have been coming in, and they've been opening up the skies. You can see, or at least a low-level cloud cover and fog as we get into the day for about 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Right now, you're looking at again mostly cloudy conditions out there right now. Not much on the rainfall right there on the view, but you can see current temperatures in the 60s, and of course that is widespread. We're also going to pick up again more storm activity coming back in the evening, as I mentioned. We'll see that coming in, say, for the late afternoon into the early evening hours. Then we see the gusty winds. The weekend looks pretty nice. We have a few showers on Saturday, call it a 20% chance. We'll get some sunshine in the afternoon, and then we'll get some more sunshine on Sunday. Here's a look at the rainfall right now. And as I told you, it's splitting in two pieces. This one is going over to the south and to the east. This one going up to the north and the northeast, and up and at it will go. We're just on the precipices of getting more of that drier slot right there coming in into our area right now. Then we'll be in a break. Take a peek here as we go into it for La Crosse. You can see we go to 8 o'clock, then we take a break all the way till about the noon hour. And then for now, we go back into 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock and all the way into your evening hours. I know some of that said it's a little bit different, but this is what may happen for you. This is what's going on. We have all that rainfall getting out of the way by the noon hour. At least about 1 o'clock, it's out of the area, you can see, and then it gets out of the way. We go back to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you pick up more of the showers, and that will usher us into maybe the wetter conditions for your evening commute. You can see that holding on all the way up to areas by Red Wing, as well as Eau Claire and Ladysmith. And down to the south, you're in some heavy stuff going into the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock hour. That will continue on. So it's going to be basically a wet evening. Then we get a break going into the 10 o'clock hour, and overnight you may get a spotty shower out of that. But once we pick up again into Friday in the morning, you're getting there just after sunrise. You're back in Eau Claire and Ladysmith with a little bit of rainfall. That continues on, spreading down southward, and that will take us right through again for about a 50% chance of rainfall to finish out the day on Friday. Let's get to your 8-day forecast. I want to show you how this all looks in the next few days, what I've got going on for you. You're going to be seeing today 82 degrees. Then we see mild conditions still holding on. 79 degrees, near mild conditions. 50% chance of rainfall, a 20% chance on Saturday. More sunshine on Sunday. Ooh, that looks nice. Then we begin to cool it on down with cool air working through most of next week. Back to you.
In our Morning Buzz report, rapper Nelly was arrested at a St. Louis area casino. Police dash camera footage shows the Grammy winner being led away in handcuffs. You see it here. It stems from an alleged failure to appear on a previous traffic charge and possession of a controlled substance. According to police records, officers say they found ecstasy pills in Nelly's possession when he was arrested. He was briefly held and later released. Nelly's attorney told People magazine he's confident this case will go nowhere. Actress Gina Rowlands has died. A cause of death was not announced, but her son revealed in June she'd been living with Alzheimer's for the past 5 years. The Oscar-nominated actress was best known for the films she made with her late husband, director John Cassavetes. Some of her most popular roles were in the movies A Woman Under the Influence and The Notebook. Rowlands was 94 years old.
There's a number of different titles represented in this auction, from Star Trek to Star Wars, Ghostbusters, Batman, a lot of your favorites from over the last 50 years.
From Star Wars lightsabers to Harry Potter's Hogwarts acceptance letter, Prop Store's memorabilia auction seemingly has something for every fan. The auction features more than 1,900 items from film and TV. Check out the auction at propstore.com.
Katie, you won the lottery. And now anyone with a losing ticket that kills you before sundown gets her money.
Awkwafina hires John Cena to protect her from murder after she wins the lottery in the comedy film Jackpot, which comes to Prime Video today. So if you could have any prop from a movie, Anything stick out the top of your head?
Yeah, it's either going to be Vader's lightsaber or Luke's lightsaber.
Okay, there you go. I can't think of anything. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
not one?
I'm not cool like you. No. You've got it on lock, though.
Wow.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Candace is turning 8 years old today. She loves gymnastics, camping, swimming, and spending time with her friends and family.
Happy birthday to her. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
Yeah, that's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
The time now is 6:48. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your morning news now is coming up next.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride.
But I already paid.
Sanctuary cities protect illegal immigrant criminals from being deported, like an illegal immigrant arrested for battery in Madison. Instead of being deported, he was released and went on to assault several more women, including a 13-year-old girl. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted 9 times to support federal funding for sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegals back onto our streets. And Baldwin voted for amnesty for 11 million illegals, including criminals. Tell Senator Baldwin, stop protecting illegal immigrants and start protecting Wisconsin.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
It's the final weekend to save, now during the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain. Exciting designs, stunning fabrics, and the best prices of the year, right now at Drury's. You'll save on everything Smith Brothers makes, the latest sofa styles, sectionals to fit any room, and the finest in genuine leather, all featuring a lifetime warranty on solid maple frames, sturdy steel springs, and luxurious cushions. Plus, there's even 24-month financing available. Sale ends Monday at 8 at Drury's in Fountain.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
What? No, these have at least a few hundred years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
Ugh, I love this song so much. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Welcome to the party. We all make this show together. You guys, this is our show. You just never know who you're gonna meet here.
Let's make everyone's day a little brighter.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8. Download the News 8000 app today.
Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. A Georgia man is charged with murder in the cold case death of a teenage girl in Iowa. 65-year-old James Bachmersky was arrested Monday for the 2017 killing of 14-year-old Jade Colvin. Authorities say she vanished days after moving to Bachmersky's farm in Decorah, Iowa. The criminal complaint alleges they exchanged messages for a month before she disappeared and that he used some of his own money to bring her to his farm. Bachmersky is being held on $1 million cash bond. It's unclear if any remains have been found. Incumbent Derek Van Orden will face Eau Claire nonprofit owner Rebecca Cook in November's general election for Wisconsin's 3rd congressional district. Cook won the Democratic nomination during this week's primary, defeating state representative Katrina Shankland and activist Eric Wilson. An Eau Claire native raised on a dairy farm, Cook says she aims to bring working-class representation to D.C. and find bipartisan solutions in Congress.
When I get to Congress, I want to work to craft a farm bill that helps to keep small and mid-sized farms like mine thriving, that doesn't cater to large agricultural conglomerates, which is something that Derek Van Orden is more interested in.
Van Orden says his work on the farm bill and his record as a freshman congressman should speak for itself.
I got $21 or $26 million worth of projects back here in the district, and we brought that back to the district for PFAS mitigation. Those are real accomplishments that you can't take away.
Cook expressed willingness to debate Van Orden. Van Orden responded by tying his debate participation to Cook's primary debate record. Notably, no Democratic primary debates were held this year. Incumbent Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin launched her Rural Leaders for Tammy campaign at Lion & Kugel Brewing in Chippewa Falls. The campaign tours rural Wisconsin, highlighting farmers, rural businesses, and agribusinesses. She wants to make sure rural Wisconsinites have their voices heard on Election Day when she faces Eric Hovde. The Sparta Area School District is asking voters this November to approve an $87 million facilities referendum. That referendum would impact 2,800 students. It would renovate and add to Sparta High School, improve security at Meadowview Middle School, and improve the bus drop-off and pickup area for Southside Early Learning Center.
This will raise taxes. The debt portion of the school district's portion on the tax bill would increase by about 12 cents. So that means on a $100,000 home, you're looking at a $12 increase on your annual property tax.
The first informational session for voters is September 25th at Sparta High School. And it is time for back to school shopping. As you do that, why not make a difference in your community? Also happening tomorrow, News 8 Now is partnering with Cooley Bank for our annual Stuff the Bus campaign. We will be at the La Crosse and Onalaska Walmarts from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. filling our bus with school supplies. Our partners at the Doll Family YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club will then distribute the items to over 400 local kids.
There's a level of excitement for folks when they see that they're making a donation. It's going to be used, for the betterment of the community. So many times, not only do we see the parents and the grandparents come up with their donation supplies, but when a child donates to another child, it's pretty awesome.
Things like notebooks, pencils, and backpacks are always appreciated. We're also looking for hygiene products like Clorox wipes and Kleenex, and you can also make monetary donations if you can't make it into the store.
All right, what do we have? We have rainfall for your morning commute. It will get out of the way slowly but surely this morning. Eau Claire is getting blasted right now. It's a little heavy rainfall going to Ladysmith eventually. La Crosse is out of it, still holding on with the clouds though right now with more on the way. We'll get into some high temperatures, holding on to the 70s and the low 80s today. Despite all that rainfall through the evening hours, we still have some more to come for your evening commute as well as into the latter portion of your nighttime. How about this though? Temperatures in the 80s today, and then 79 for tomorrow, bumping it back up to the 80s as we go into the next couple of days, and then we hold on to those 80s, but it'll be a little bit cooler on your skin out there, so get out and enjoy it if you can. Have a great day.
And as you get ready to go out the door today, put on your cologne. You may want to look at this. Hellmann's Mayonnaise is partnering with Will Levis to release the new Parfum de Mayonnaise fragrance. The company says the new fragrance will help wearers, quote, exude an aura of greatness and help football fans feel and smell ready for game day every day. What do you think about that?
You smell great, mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, yeah, cologne. I don't know about that. Oh, it costs $8 for the bottle, we're told. At least that's a kind of a good deal.
Does it come with some like hot dogs or something like that?
Something, right? Perhaps. You would think, yeah. Not sure about that one. Well, thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.